This is Ready or Not. We're here on Xbox Series S. Be sure to like the video, subscribing is great as well. So this is a tactical shooter in the vein of being a spiritual successor to the Rainbow Six franchise. You are a group of SWAT. You are tasked with numerous challenges, missions, and setups, and, well, in general scenarios, set against a modern context with environments that really do actually match the tone and style of, I would say, the modern era. So you will be attempting to tactically make your way through these various challenges, commanding a group, whether you are playing single player or online. Single player, obviously, you're commanding the team. Online, you might be playing a supporting role, you might be working together, you might be doing your own thing. It's a whole different beast, but yeah, the general idea is single player. It's kind of a rough bit of a story. It's not, necessarily like the most narrative-driven thing, but there is like a plot. There is a bit of a setup. Like, you do move from level to level, and the levels reference each other, but it's also not necessarily, a straight-up story, as to say. And then there's the online multiplayer, which you're just rolling through a selection of levels, basically cooperatively. Some people do their own thing, but, you're working together as a team, finish the challenges. There's different difficulty options that you can work through to make things harder or easier based on the challenges that you need when you're going and playing the game. Everything can make it, like, a lot more intense or a lot easier. Totally up to you and how you want to kind of interact with the game and experience what it has to offer, which I think is quite neat. Like, the game definitely has a lot of content to it, like seriously a good amount of content, some good replay value, and a good amount of challenge as you make your way through the environments and you battle against, the things that you see. Like, the game definitely has some messed up, mature content. It is, to a degree, censored on the consoles. I just wanted to make that aware in case you were wondering, but I don't think you're really going to, be necessarily too bothered by that aspect, but it is something to get across. But yeah, the game is actually quite interesting. As I said, the material is pretty dark at times, so just, be wary of that kind of a thing. But I think you'll find it to be a pretty rewarding tactical strategic shooter game that should entertain and delight you. It's actually pretty well put together. And here on the Series S, it's not too bad. We've got a couple different graphical modes, and basically, like, the full, it's a full game that you get to experience on other platforms. It's actually not too bad here on the Series S at all. So this is the fidelity mode. This is your, like, 1440p at 30 FPS. It is a bit of a soft image at times, so there's definitely resolution scaling being deployed. That is for sure. I would recommend, and I think it's on by default, that you play with the performance mode. And you've got also FOV settings here. World FOV, weapon FOV, various audio settings, some accessibility stuff, controller options. I don't see the mouse and keyboard scheme that the PlayStation side of things had, so I'm not really sure if that's going to be added later or if there's some issue or something like that. We've got HUD options, and then you can, for cross-play multiplayer, link your Epic Game Store account. So anyways, yeah, we switched over to performance mode. I think it's performance by default. That's how it is for Series X, so I believe it's the same for Series S. I was just kind of fiddling around and playing with things to see how everything was running. But yeah, so it looks like we dropped like 1080p, and then it's, again, dynamic and 60 FPS. So it's pretty good for a Series S. Like, honestly, the Series S, for what I've seen for a variety of different, for what I've seen for a lot of Series S games, like, this is actually really good. It's definitely a lot better than I would have imagined for Series S, so I think you'll be... Drop it! See, we're not here to kill people. We're, we are here to, like, save lives, so... you try to give them the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes, you know, you can't. And like the environments, the setup is like the same. I actually wish there was like maybe a little bit more change up in the environments, but like every time you go and you play like this game, every map like there's gonna be like people at different positions, and they might have like some different weapons, and like it's a little bit of variation in what you're, you know, experiencing, and I think that's kind of good in keeping it a bit fresh. So that aspect of it is really, really well handled. Just mixes things up nicely. We just gonna... Wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. Was not a smart move.
Move and clear.
You guys go clear that area. I'm gonna clear the rest of this place. Yeah, no, anyways. So it's quite neat, as I said, and like visually and stuff, it's fine on Series S. I've noticed like a little bit more little buggy things on the Series S version, but you know, for the most part, I think it's quite fine. Yeah, it looks okay, it looks good. It's just a lot murkier compared to what I was seeing on the Pro and the Series X, which is to be expected because it's a Series S. But they do give you both the visual profiles, and I think that's great, and I'm glad that the game runs as well as it does here. So, yeah, the game, as I mentioned, quite tactical.
Enter and clear. In position.
You get to literally like have a command like wheel, and you can interact with different like layouts pretty effectively and how you want to breach stuff, and the tactical tools that you have available to you. Be like, okay, we can like flashbang this room. Except the wheel is kind of like a little awkward to get things like secured, but yeah, it works for what it is. And then for your guns and stuff, like there's like straight up like contextual leaning, and then there's also like side scope, and if you have like a laser sight, that helps a lot. And then you have the MVGs. You have like single shot, or you can have rapid fire.
Move in.
I'm gonna go do the ceiling or the attic while they do that area. It's really quite neat though, because like your choices, you know, really do impact like the ability for you to live. Like when you're playing, you know, the story stuff, like your choices will impact your squad. Like some of your guys might get like too like mentally, you know, like exhausted, or they might be like, oh, psychologically they can't handle stuff, or you know, the stress of missions not going well could be a hindrance. It's really quite neat, honestly. Like they've got a lot of neat stuff in this game, a lot of interesting like design elements, and I think they've done a pretty great job like creating this sort of a game. Like it's really interesting, and as I said, it really goes back to, I don't know where this is happening. Oh wow. I don't even know what, I don't even know where that came from. Wow. That was like tragic. Wow, okay. Yeah, that's the problem I have too in this game. Is like the enemy AI sometimes is like really good at like seeing you through little like holes and stuff. And you know, that can be a little annoying, but yeah, because there was like a postal map I was playing, like post office, and it's like, where are these guys shooting at you from? And that can be a little frustrating. And then you also get like this headquarters here, so it's just like a little chill area. Mission select for quick play. Let's do Lawn Maker. Yes, this is one of the DLC maps. Just to, you know, kind of mix it up a bit. I don't know why I got the night vision goggles on. Should actually still be doing this in campaign. I was just like, I switched over to quick play because there's quick play if you just want to play stuff. There's the campaign if you want to like actually kind of like progress, as to say. And then yeah, multiplayer is a pretty robust setup where you're just kind of like joining matches, or you are playing with your pals. It's a lot easier to just play with your buddies. If you get like a whole squad kind of going, it'd be a really neat experience because you could, you know, tactically discuss how you want to do stuff, and you can play the game as intensely or casual as you really want. You know, you can sit there and you can be like, okay, we're, you know, going to enter every room with a flashbang. We're going to take this bit by bit, and we're going to, you know, handle these tactics in different ways. And it really is up to you
Provide cover.
and how you want to approach the scenario, like breach. You know, breach with a shotgun, no dice on the door. Can we just please, you know, actually breach? Breach clear with flashbang. Breach, kick. Yeah, no. I really want to kick, yeah, and then clear with flashbang. There we go. Worked that time, good. Just like the wheel controls sometimes are just like a little, you know, are what they are. And you just, like I said, you get this massive variety of like maps. It really is impressive. You get everything from... I hate when they like fight with you, the civilians. It's like, I'm here for your like, you know, benefit and stuff, I guess. Well, I guess some of these people are employed or whatever, but... anyways, there's like maps like a nightclub, there's like a neat like hunting lodge out in the woods. There's like maps that are tunnels kind of leading for like, you know, people sort of hiding around and, you know, going through like the border and stuff. Like there's all these like really neat map layouts and map setups, and then the level of detail within these environments is absolutely excellent. Like these are really filled, detailed maps, and it looks like unique assets for all like, you know, different levels. And then, as I was saying earlier, it's a very modern game too. Like a lot of the stuff you see in the environment is like up to date, which is interesting because so many games kind of struggle with that element of like some stuff being a little bit aged.
Hands up now. Drop to your...
And I think it's just really interesting what they've kind of done here. And it's like sometimes you're supposed to be careful with the doors too, because there could be like traps on them. And I'm really impressed by like the variety of levels and environments that you have in this game. There's just quite a few of them. And as I said, they like all seem to be completely different. There's like a hotel, and then there's like, you know, sort of this weird messed up little party thing going on, and it's a very interesting setup and selection of scenarios that you're just trying to, you know, keep your team alive through, and you keep yourself alive through in order to progress. And I think they've just really put together something unique and special here. And I'd love to have more games kind of like this, if that makes sense, like more intense, mature kind of tactical shooter games that do a variety of different things and try to like offer different stuff like that, because it's so neat. And as I said, like you can literally just play this, you know, by yourself if you want with the SWAT and the AI, and they're pretty useful. You know, they do the work, they get stuff done. And then, you know, you could also play online and have a lot of fun. You could probably just exclusively play online if you wanted to as well, and have a great time playing with,
Post up and provide cover.
you know, buddies and stuff. And I think it works really well no matter how you want to go about it. And here on the Series S, it really is pretty good. You know, like you might get like the odd drop, and the visual quality might
Get the door and move in.
kind of dip a little bit at times, but I think for the most part the picture quality is pretty good, the performance is good. It is one of the better, oh wow, Series S kind of offerings I've seen as far as like quality releases and that. I think you should be pretty happy you're on the platform. It's like, where are the bad guys at? You know what I mean? Like, where are these guys at? Are they all in like the 3rd level or something like that? I guess this is just the job, like clearing it room by room, but like, this is an amazing house. I'm gonna become like so complacent, but that's gonna be a major problem, is I'm just gonna be used to you know, not fighting anybody, and then yeah, as soon as you get to fight somebody, you're like not ready for it. Is that a civilian?
Doc here. Be advised, the suspects are holding civilians hostage.
I hope that saved that civilian's life. Cannot kick with broken legs. Oh, I could have just opened the door. That's embarrassing. What's going on?
Move and clear.
I'm on it here. Let's go! Got an opening here.
Fall in behind me.
Got your back.
This is a very interesting game. Because as I said, like, the older Rainbow Six games used to be like this.
Get the lock.
Using the multi-tool.
Yeah, you used to be able to, like, command a team and actually, like, issue commands and try to make it through levels, and they were super challenging, and yeah, it's really actually interesting to see how much things have changed franchises-wise over the years, and it's just nice to have a game that kind of goes back to this kind of a style, just because it is such a rarity these days. Yeah, and the other thing too I wanted to mention is, I think I kind of went over it a little bit, but like, at times you like clear, you know, the levels, and then like you can't find like a certain NPC or something, and you just kind of get stuck, and it could be a little annoying. Okay, you're supposed to like, the maid's now dead, guys. It wasn't a guns blazing, it was a try to handle this with a little bit of tactical sense scenario there, lads.
Fall in.
Make them stable and proceed with mission.
Bag and tag him. Restrain the dead for some reason. I guess that's just in case they somehow get back up. Well, I guess that maid was just a casualty. But no, it's really neat too, because you're basically getting a score based on like how well you do. You know, like, are you handling the situation correctly? Are you bagging up all the stuff? Are you making sure all the NPCs are like safe and secured and stuff? And no, there's some really neat mechanics in this game. They really genuinely put together something,
Unlock it.
Trailers.
you know, quite fascinating, and I think you'll have a lot of fun working through this if this seems like the type of game you're into. It really does deliver on that sort of a thing.
Unlocked.
I want to get home to my children too, I think. I don't know if I have children in this universe. Well, this is a nice little gazebo spot. It's a shame this place is all filled with blood. See, like, texturing stuff. Series S, am I right? But,
Provide support.
you know, it is what it is. Like I said, this is really good for Series S. I'm going to take it that's just an outside portal.
On me. Move.
Got your back.
Hey, guys, we got to do this tactically.
Post up.
Got it.
Can you get the lock?
Got the lock, man.
Alright, let's get ready to get in there. Yeah, looks like you got shot in your arm, buddy. It's amazing you're holding your arm up like that all fine. I wonder if that's what I look like. Oh, and there's a lot of, like, personalization, too, with your characters. It's all pretty realistic, but, like,
Clear it.
you know, it is kind of funny. Like, you can personalize, like, how, like, heavy your armor set is, how light your armor set is, the type of guns you use, the attachments you use. It's all actually pretty impressively detailed, like I said, and really in-depth.
Nothing.
Well, we gotta go room to room. Could you imagine having a house this large? Holy. How would you even fill it with, like, stuff? I guess if you're rich, you would be able to fill it with stuff, but, like,
On me.
I feel like there's just, like, too much space. Ooh! Scared me, man! What were you guys doing over here? Not searching the rooms, were you? Someone's got a pretty sweet bedroom. Holy. It's massive. Live in luxury until the anarchists came.
Lead to talk. Got a suspect down here. Good to go. Zipped up and making it safe.
Arms outstretched. Down on your knees. Police, hands up now.
The suspects have taken hostages. The suspects have taken hostages.
Oh, he gave up. My bad.
Talk. Notifying medical.
Gonna pack it up. We're not here for you.
I think they should have let me tackle the situation because I would have went with a little bit more finesse and trying to, like, save the hostage, but
Provide support.
nice sauna. It's getting hot in here.
Turn around. Don't get up. Stay
Actually, it'd
calm.
probably be a little warm in this place while you're sitting there or, like, restrained, and wouldn't be healthy for you. But anyways, ready or not, here we come. Pretty well set up. running good on Series S. I think you'll be pleased by it, and you'll enjoy the magic that this has to offer. Pretty cool, neat game.